peace, the God of bliss. Nothing really happens when you hold on to the wind. Standing by the clock, grooming time, picking ticks. My phenotype is no longer bioluminescent. Had a must-buy-luminous objective to soak myself in objects and new fluids. If nothing really happens, it was something I was trapped in. Nothing really happens when you hold on to the wind. Standing by the clock, grooming time, picking ticks. My phenotype is no longer bioluminescent. Had a must-buy-luminous objective to soak myself in objects and new fluids. If nothing really happened, it was something I was trapped in. Eyebrows that palms before palms cover eyebrows, and get in tune with the echo like hot sounds created by my forearms. Yo, I've got forearms and elbow attaches to stomach, and I plummet into tumultuous dizziness, soon to be dysrhythmia. Falling into a quick nostalgia, ballads from a shallow murmur, but wind up figuring Victrolas and Victorian addicts. I never settle for sleep, I just vindicate kettles for tea. Some of them like cardamom, cinnamon, but I like sipping the sediments and residue after taking apart synonyms. In the dark is where you're living, and it starts with a listen to the messages that the larks be delivering on a whim. Eyes fixed, I watched you hollow and following them in and out of circles through atmospheric friction, trembling. You're obligated to take this oblique twist to test if you're smart enough for oblivion. Considering lost you are wandering, like a sedentary nomad, fondling a heliotrope in hand, trying to escape the shadows of a really dark and placid labyrinth. You're saying silly, sarcastic banterlinks. It's a mystery to eat, sorta like the way the Pink Panther thinks in an open shut episode with an extra glow. Glare gaze glance to wink, and even the involuntary twitch was laborious, but your brain isn't robust. It's more grass out, like a grasshopper hopping over blades of grass, while I cut blades of grass with 2 cut blades of grass attached to the end to make a blade of grass scissor. Yo, did you hear anything about a great mister? Did you want me to kick your ass and dilute your linear mass until you turn into a blister? I'll give you a B- or a B+. Any other insect in the kingdom of insectivores. When I reflect on claws, disinfect the gauze, do a diagnostic test on spores and a visual check on boards. Yo, for checkmates anticipated and tissues for tears, absorbed by glorious cloths composed of distorted morbid rings of moths for an inventorious unmentionable amount of years. And even my peers find it nonsensical the way I tantalize with tentacles and send 10 million sickle cell anemia amoebas to fight lymphatic systems. Understood anguish under the woods in the forest. I'm not a fan and you're not famous. Then if marriage dissed them, thus we cantaloupe. And if we cantaloupe, we eat cantaloupe, running with antelope like ants in a moat, chanting with ghosts who wear the fanciest cloaks of crimson. Hating if I'm panting the most, at least I can't flow through spiritual dimensions without confusion, cause I'm here for maintenance. I'm 8 intense, pitched by my primate who walks bipedal like a primate. We walk bipedals is what we say after we leave the gardens where flowers are bloom, pollinating recessive mutations of plants on planets in the ethereal. Do you drink serums for delirium? Diluting dialect for truth, thus disillusional. You're lacking innocence, unlike the little prince you'll ask what's ephemeral. Like the presence of gorgons on perches next to Mormon churches, and Mormon lurk if the reading from the gargoyle takes precedence over the precipice with a precise recipe that is saliva from the snob boils into a cup of pus. Sipping slow I do with my body wrapped around the quintessence of dust. Like Hamlet, I can't handle it. My phenotype isn't be no longer bioluminous. My pores lack candlewick. I need a brand new opposed to amputated Vulcan grip to grasp my many perplexed pulses of focus, foretold to the equivalent factor of broken bliss. But don't be mistaken, Windnbreeze is still a god of it. Nothing really happens when you hold on to the wind. Standing by the clock, grooming time, picking ticks. My phenotype is no longer bioluminous. Had a must-buy-luminous objective to soak myself in objects and new fluids. If nothing really happens, it was something I was trapped in. Nothing really happens when you hold on to the wind. Standing by the clock, grooming time, picking ticks. My phenotype is no longer bioluminous. Had a must-buy-luminous objective to soak myself in objects and new fluids. If nothing really happens, it was something I was trapped in.